In my last video, I made these sawhorses. They work great, and they're always nice to have around. But if you're looking to make a very accurate cut, that's where a more traditional handsaw bench, one that you kneel on, really comes into play. So let's get started. Now, when making the cut here on the sawhorse, it helps to have some kind of stop, because otherwise every time I push the saw forward, this will probably slide around. So all you have to do, grab a nail, just add that wherever you want, and that's enough to hold it in place. Now for the height of the bench, I'm aiming for 20 inches. Now I'm going to have a 2x4 on top of the leg, so I'm going to take off 1.5 inches, and my cut for each one of the legs will be 18.5. Now the basic idea here is that the four legs are sitting across like this. And the top pieces, of course, will span across here. There will be an open gap in the middle. That's where you cut, because that way both sides are supported. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is attach each sets of legs with a stabilizer on the bottom. Now I cut my stabilizer pieces at 17.5 inches because it's 5 2x4s. So essentially what I'm doing is each of the legs will be spaced apart by 3.5 inches like a 2x4, and there will be, same thing, 3.5 inches of space on either side. And really this is extending out just to make it less tippy. So I just realized I could add a bunch of nails to my sawhorses here so I can hang my tools on them rather than leaving them scattered on the floor. So, helpful tip, I guess. This is another instance of wood glue not necessarily being required, but can help quite a bit. Since this is side grain to side grain, it does add quite a lot of strength. There we go, that'll do it. Now with the legs here, I need the top stretchers going across and then also a middle stretcher here just to help with stability. I was thinking I might as well make these the same length as my sawhorses, 32 inches. And so I'll need 3 of those pieces the same length. Now where this bench really shines is if I have a board like this and I'm either doing a rip cut or cutting a really long angle like this. Well, I can plop this down. The board will be supported on both ends and I can use my body weight here to hold it. And since I'm cutting down, it's far easier here to follow this line. Oh, there we have it. Boy, that really works well. I've actually never used one of these before, but I think in combination with the sawhorses, I'm ready to build a piece of furniture.